All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Audio check. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Yanis. Good, good. All right. Okay. Well, let's get this party started. Yeah, good morning, George. Good morning, Kirk. Good morning, Adam, Brian, Yanis, Noli. Bigger picture. Let's talk about the bigger picture and get going here. We have about 5 minutes into the cash market open. I mean, ultimately, we don't even have to look at the daily because it's an inside day. This high and low is within the high and low of the prior day for the most part. And basically, the market is in a tight consolidation over the past few days. Um, Ultimately, we had a gap down overnight, and it held the gap. So we haven't even tested that gap since it happened, and any run up to that level and that gap typically will face a bit of resistance, and that is just something that we need to be conscious of as the day progress. Right now, we still have a bit of that rally that we experienced a bit holding up because we came at the entry point of this rotation and bounced right back up. So if the market closed down to 11,790, then the 200 and the 100 will be in sync, and the odds of us breaking that entry level to lower prices is high, and that will change the cloud, and that most potentially change the actual uh, cl- uh, uh, it will change the cloud, and also it will change the swing trade indicator to short at that point. So it's fairly critical for the longs to hold on to that 790 and protect the 764 at the open. If we look at the 100 NT Rinko, the 100 NT Rinko is still long, but we're experiencing, the point, if we break the 815, would be out of sync. So it's in sync right now on the long side, and we're still looking for the open to see how things will shape up. But again, this market is prone, the way it's looking like that, it's prone for a bit of a sell-off at the open. So that's channel number one. The only way I could draw it is by doing this as channel number one, and potentially if this holds up, channel number two. So the market, the longs need to break 876 half. The shorts can disconnect from the 200 NT Rinko at 815. Then we have the level that we talked about, which is 790, that needs to hold. So what is my objective? What is my goal for the morning right now is to the first half an hour to be patient. We're about a minute away from it, and see if we can get to 790. If we do, then that will trigger uh, uh, me going short. Right now, the market just got out of sync between the 200 and the 100, so that puts me in a holding pattern where I don't have anything to act on. So either 790 shows up, or we break back up to 853. Those are the two levels that are meaningful at this point. Anything else is just basically noise that I need to uh, watch, and I need to make my five assumptions in the morning to see how am I connecting with the market. Okay, so here it comes. Good luck, everybody. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and let's make some money. A bit of selling pressure coming in to target one, two, and three. Target number three is 804. A continuation trade off of this structure can get us below that 800. There you go. It looks like we're going to get to that 90. All right, so I don't have any trades today or overnight. So I'm starting fresh for the day. And also, this number is a carryover from my trades from yesterday. It's just it tallies up every week. It goes to zero and it tells me where I'm at for the week. And it doesn't include Sunday because on Sunday we made a little bit of money. Ooh, look at that little messy mess. Okay, well now they are defending this level. So the 200 and the 100 are back in sync on the long side. We talked about the 860, 850 level that if the market breaks above it, that will continue the long level or the long pressure. All right, so the market is out of sync again, and we're heading toward that 90 again. So that is gonna be, yep, a fresh reaction. So we're gonna start playing this game, and I'm just gonna keep it light and tight here for now. 9, 10, 20, 30. Okay, here we go. Come on, that was not right. That was not right. Okay. All right, come on, baby, let's go. Let's see if we can make money. 90, 70. 70, 65 is my target. I'll take it. 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 So that's trade number one for the day. And I mean, just noisy, but we're in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Just feeling out the market. It's early in the morning, and I typically don't like to put on trades around this time. I mean, let's see what that made us. We made 351 on that trade. All right, here comes that 65 area that we thought it would get there anyway. So, yep, here we go, 65. So when I posted my order up there at that 810, and I mean, they came to the tick and did not fail me. I knew this thing is just gonna start dripping lower. So right when I got the first opportunity to get back in there, I did. And I'm surprised that I didn't take the profit right here because it went all the way back up there. But it just, this is a rotation that is going to get you at least one or two candle follow through. So that's 35, and then we could go 65. Then we could go to 35 at that point from here. I don't know if you, Brian, took advantage of that or picked a little bit or. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'd like to see it tomorrow. Yeah, good morning, Randolph. How are you? Hey, Chuck. How are you? Good morning. So he asked to put a cap and set up switch trade right here at 920 long, and they're pushing it a little bit. So we may see a bit of counter moves here in NQ. Ultimately, the market is in sync on the short side right now, but it will get out of sync if we break above 800. Actually, that's going to take a bit of work for them to do that. So let's just keep watching, keep watching. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Target number five in the sequence has been hit for all practical reasons, and that's 747 75. So the market has hit that level. We got two. We got news. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So flash manufacturing PMI is coming up in 2 minutes. Then we have home sales at the top of the hour and Richmond manufacturing index at 9 o'clock central, top of the hour. Then you got 12:20, which is 1:20 Eastern. Fed Chair Powell speaks. Always gets the market lively. Target number five hit again and again. Next target is 741. Here we go, 740. All right, so I got to ask myself a question. What would have kept me in this trade a little bit longer? It was a feeler trade. We had a target number four. We Wow. Here comes that news. That was a quick little reversal. Market is still in sync on the short side. Yeah, everything is in sync on the short side. So what am I waiting on? I'm waiting on a halfway decent entry point. I mean, here they established a transitional zone, which is good, but it just kind of established itself in and around that 35, and it's paying right now. Look, look, look. Shorts, 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 shorts. That's it. So they established a new transitional zone right here and pushed the price through it. This sequence, target number three of this sequence is 700. So back to that original thing that we said early on. We said if the market closed this candle against that gap and against that Globex number, we should see price that could get to that 752 and push lower and change the cloud and change uh, the swing trade indicator. And all these things happen. Every single bit of it happened. And we took advantage of it too. I mean, now we look back and say, okay, that's a small little blip, but still a good trade from short 801 to 83. So let's keep working. All right, Captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko. They just established right now at that 27. Let's see if we can do something here. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do here. They put an inception trade and pushed it higher. So what I'm talking about is this right here. That captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko. It's too early for me to take that kind of trade, so I just kind of left it alone. Uh, but that's the setup that the market is responding to. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. What does that mean? That means we're no longer engaged in the short, and the market needs to prove itself again on the short side, and that would be a break below 714, or if they decide to rally up to that 60 level, uh, they can do that and then reverse. And if they go anywhere above 90, 790, then that 200 and the 100 will be in sync on the long side. So these are the levels in which I'm paying attention to right now. Here they come. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Let's see if we can get a run up here. They're 77. Ah, yeah, they did not fill me, so I'm canceling that order. Yep. So I try to go on a continuation trade here at 716 and no fill. So I'm canceling that order. So that's a short, and it's working. At target number two, target number two is 95.75. So what they did is they broke that captain setup. And that is a test for the longs right here, is to see if they can come into that level and pause it, hold it, and make a higher low, and they didn't. So that gives me information about price behavior. We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the top of the hour. I mean, they could put a captain setup short right here and push it lower to 700 again. The market is in sync on the short side, and we are 2 minutes to the top of the hour and the news. And the news is new home sales and Richmond Manufacturing Index. Sellers are in control. Oh boy, that was a good one. Yanis, that was a good one. So the market is really extending itself on the short side here since that reversal. Boom. Look at that. See ya. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. So we could see that the market established channel one, channel number two, and it's dropping right through the middle of it in a very persistent way. We are down 374 points on NQ right now. So they're pausing it here and disconnecting the transitional zone, and this transitional zone was a really good one. I mean, started from here all the way to a close of 56 from basically around 700, close to 50 points. Okay, so we got that news. Now the next one, they changed the time for Powell speak to 11:20, which is 12:20 Eastern. So he's speaking around that time. Yeah, we're gonna push up a little bit here. Let's see. Order filled. Nah, that's bad. Okay, I'm getting out of that one. Still very noisy here. So they put on a captain setup long. Yeah, it's coming back up. Let's see if we can try this again. Yep, it's gonna work. Yeah, we're a little bit too tight with that stop, but that's fine. Let's just keep working. 690. So if we get to 690, the 200 and the 100 will be out of sync. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see what we're doing here. So we're moving to target number three in this sequence, which is 11619, 11 6 619. Shorts are still dominating the field here. Yeah, it looks like it, Adam. Looks like they're capitulating today. So on a daily basis, that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing the market made multiple attempts at holding the line, uh, and then this gap down and the sell off and continuation of the sell off is what we're seeing happening right now. And I mean, ultimately, that low will be 11,480. If we get there, that would be a continuation of the flushing pattern that can be very significant below that level. Then target number three would be this is like big time swing trade numbers right now. We're talking about 10,263, then highly unlikely, but it's system generated. It's 6456 and 3918, and that would be almost Armageddon type of numbers. I don't see us getting there, but at least that 263 as a target number three is a possibility if you break below that most recent low at 486. Huh. Interesting. They're establishing a new transitional zone here. Yep. Look at that. 625. 40. If we break 40. 640. Oh yeah, that's they're selling it. They're selling it. That's one heck of a sell-off. I mean, from that entry point at 86, 786 to 100, basically 190 points right now. Boom. I mean, the market is gathering speed here too. So, hmm, there is a big trade right here, and I know it's the short side, but we're extended on the short side right now, so I'm a little bit cautious of just jumping in here. We took that trade long right here, and it actually paid a little bit, but obviously the market is still selling off in a meaningful way. No bounds for entry, Frida. Yeah, well, I mean that's just what you're. They're just ramming everybody down here. You can't. You can't. You can't get cute with this market. You cannot. Here we go. I mean, we're coming up to that 532. Then after that is at 486. Then they're gonna run the stops below that, and you may even have a day that looks like this, where the market just consistently sell off in a very persistent way. Every day is different. We cannot assume what happened before is going to happen today. I should take that trade long. Let me see. That's just yeah, Captain Sub switch trade. Let's see if they hold the line here. And those usually are good scalping opportunities.
Order pending. Order filled.
All right. All right. Well, that one worked out. That one worked out. I had to kind of work it a little bit, but it just you got a captain setup switch trade long right here, and the market consolidated. It's gonna run up anyway, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna hit it. Oh yeah, that was the bottom, baby. You know it, but you see these kind of things. I mean, let me show you what. Fuck. I mean, look at that crap. But that's fine. I mean, I gotta take my money. Look where we what we hit. We literally hit target number 5 on that sequence. So at target number 5, they hit it. I mean, look what they do whenever they hit these targets. Hit target number 4, bounce back. Hit target number 3, bounce back. Hit target number 2, bounce back. Hit target number 1, bounce back. It's just a great place for counter trends. And that's exactly what this trade was. It was a counter trend. But it wasn't enough for me just to see them coming here. I needed them to show me an actual um, formation that I recognize. And that formation was a captain setup switch trade right here. Then, I mean, I got in, and I don't necessarily like that at all, but I just held through it, and boom, off you go. And in the big picture, I didn't really capitalize too much on that trade, but I still made a little bit of money. So in that sequence, I made so we made 350, give back on the prior one 795. We made 1200 here, so we're up 795, and just let's keep working. So I just gotta be very, very careful of trying to be, getting too long or too aggressively long. This is not a long market. Thank you, Randolph. Appreciate it, man. To echo Randolph, um, if this is helping you in any way, and you're on our streams, one of our streams, like, subscribe, comment, share, spread the word. We're trying to build a community, a big one, really big one. That's what I want to do. At 9:26, 9:26. So we have a little bit of time here. If the market goes back down to that 588, oh, look at them doing that again with a higher low. I mean, that's interesting right there. Yeah, I'm gonna run this thing up. I'm gonna run it up. See, they just did the same thing, exact same thing. Actually, this one was stronger than the prior one. You're gonna run this bad boy up. They put a captain setup long on ES right here. All right, good job, Frida. Good job. So what we're seeing here is a disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and the market is in this state of consolidation, and the bids are coming in, and they're holding the price structure. You got a captain setup switch trade at the bottom, and they just followed it up with a captain setup switch trade right with a higher low right here, and they're pushing higher because of that. I mean, that would have been a very aggressive entry for me at 605. I could have taken it there, but I really don't want to push my luck in a decisively short market. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do here, but really the longs are 665. I mean, if we break 665, then I have the 200 and the 100 are in sync, and then I can take, pullbacks as a buying opportunity. I can do more work on the long side if that happens. And they're getting there. They're getting there. All right, Zcap. If you have any questions, let us know, and just enjoy your stay, man. Enjoy it. So big idea here. Big idea is we came so close to that 64. I mean, like literally to the tick, and we have not closed that 200 yet. So really, we need. And they've been doing this week, the past week, and the past couple of weeks. They've been coming almost to the tick, and they're flipping the market. So it's not enough for us to get there. We need to break that level of 65 in order for us to get that reversal in the 200. So what am I waiting on? Two things. Either they break 65 or they come back down and break 614. One of those two things need to happen. One of those two things will happen. Here comes 65. Ooh, that's just amazing. Wow, twice. Hit it up here and look like a, to the tick, to the tick. They had to do that. All right. So what did they do here? They got close to that level twice and came back and closed the 100 NT Rinko. So now the 200 and the 100 is in sync on the short side, and we're looking for short signals again. It's just we have to get a better structure than what we're getting right now. I mean, they have a new T zone built up, but the odds are we're going to run up a little bit here, and we'll see what happens. So what is the high is 63. Okay. 63, that's 40 plus points. Yeah. So I'll close right here at 615 is a continuation trade. Yeah, let's see if we can get up there to that 27 and 17 half. It's interesting. Okay, so here we go. All right, so there's no this transitional zone has been violated, so we just have to kind of look at this high right here. They're pushing it. Oh yeah. Okay, I see what they're doing. They're trapping people right here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'll go ahead and take that risk, but I'm going to take it with minimum
Order
amount of
pending.
contracts. $35 and $15.
Order pending.
Oh, come on. Ah, they missed me by a couple of ticks, right? $66. Yeah, that's a captain setup short right here, so I gotta be patient. Let me just hold off. 31.11. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can get there. I think I'm trying too hard here. 660, we need to break 65 in order for us to start doing what we're doing right now. Okay, so
Order
let me
canceled.
cancel and just be
Order
patient.
canceled.
Let them figure out what they want to do here and let them get to 65. Once they get to 65, I'll play. Right now, I'm trying to be too early, and it's not the environment to try to be too early on this, especially when we have captain set up shorts right here, and them hitting that level twice and fading, and then now they're putting the captain setup switch trade. No, they're not ready yet. They are not ready yet. All right, who we got out of that one? Wow. I mean, they really flushed it. I mean, we got in here, didn't want to take. I mean, I was up about 10 plus points, and I wanted to see this hold and run up 30 points from there, which would have taken us to 10, 20. Okay, so the 80, and that would have been my targets. And they flushed this thing, and it just I'm adding at these lines right here, and I looked for basically a flat to a minus a little bit here. But they put a cap and set up short, and they put a switch trade, and I'm out of there. Yeah, not gonna. That was a little bit on the nasty side. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just keep working. Yep. So the market now is in sync on the short side. Man, that was so. Those are the four decisions we made. Oh, basically down 124, and let's just keep working. So at any of these levels, if they held it and really switched the cloud, we would have been hitting the 80. So that would have been a big, almost, yeah, that would have been about an 80-point profit. All right, let's keep working. Let's get it's 9:56, and let's see what they're gonna do here. They put a captain sub switch trade. Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Captain sub switch trade short. We are down 437 points. Yeah, they're gonna get to 628, 628. If they get to 628, the market is disconnected. And if they get all the way back up to 664, that means we established a captain setup long on the 200 NT wrinkle, and that is a strong signal. So those are the two levels that I'm looking for. 628. We're almost there. There you go. That's going to happen here in a second. 628 is going to happen. It's coming up. Really? Wow. It's an interesting market today. So they put a switch captain setup short here and one here. Right? They want to stay weak. They want to stay weak. That's a short right here. And short right here. Here we go. All right, so they closed it. So now we're out of sync. So what does that mean? That mean that 200 and 100 is they're out of sync, and two things need to happen in order for us to get short again. Either they run it up short of 65 and then reverse it again. That would be a sign that the market is ready for a short, or they break it down to 88 right now in this coming candle. If they do that, then the market is in sync on the short side. Anything in between, it's a scalp on the 20 NT wrinkle or stay on the sideline. See how they make it look like it's desperate and the market is just going to be over, and they just stabilize it, flush the shorts one more time, and then rally it back up. I mean, literally, that trade that I took is profitable right now. I mean, it's profitable by 20 points. It's just I don't want to go against the 200 NT Rinko. It's just not over time. It doesn't work out. 65. If they start putting on a captain setup here, I'm gonna start taking the pullbacks again. I'm gonna take a better risk. If we get up to that 65, I'll take a little bit of risk. Here they come, here they come, here they come. What is that? 60, okay, 65. I'm gonna start there. Yeah, they're spending their happy time. Here we go. Okay, so the that's interesting right here. You have the 200 and 100 are in sync on the short side, and we're looking for two things to happen. Either you break 53 or they establish a new transitional zone below 27. Yeah, so no transitional zone yet. So it's either a 53 or a transitional zone to the short side. One of those two things got to happen. Yep, here we go. That's what they want to do. Let's see here. I mean, I could take a scalp on the short side here. If this candle closes lower, I'm getting in.
Order filled.
And it's not going to be a big trade. I'm going to just look for a quick scalp.
Order.
Thank you. And don't get greedy, George. Here we go. See, they're going to work or it's not.
Stop
All
filled.
right, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take that. I knew ahead of time exactly what I was looking for. That's a switch trade right at the establishment of a new transitional zone. Those are good for, depending on the market, 5 points to 100. So I think we made like $100 off of this deal. Let's see here. Let's see where we at for the day. So we're up $22 for the day. $22. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Here we go. Here we go. They're gonna probably break that 50. Yeah, this is very choppy, Adam. So that you really gotta wait for either the 65 to happen or look for scalps like this one here. But you got to get him when a new, excuse me, when a new transitional zone is building. So this way it's a fresh reaction that you could measure risk against versus just anywhere. Well, man, I'm telling you, these shorts are still active. They are still active. All right. So in ES, they're putting on a captain setup long here at the 83. The price needs to hold 79, and we need to see a push in that 84, 85, and that will get a push in NQ as well. Right now, there's no action for me. The only, okay, actually, that one was the only action that I can see is that the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. So really, the market needs to, if I'm going to go short here, I need a little bit better signals. Go. Here you go. Here you go. You could tell they're trying. You could tell they're trying. Yeah, here comes. Here comes the 65. Here comes the 65. Yeah, okay, here we go. Let's go.
Order pending.
I will have to get.
Order
I'm gonna
pending.
take risk, and it's
Order
it's in a range, so just don't
Order
blindly
filled.
follow. All right, so target is gonna be 60, 70, 90. Yeah, okay, 90.
Order filled.
So where is that stop? That stop needs to be 74. Wow. We're gonna take a little bit of risk.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's just gonna be 74. Here we go. All right. Well, it is what it is. Let's just go.
Order pending.
All right. Well, I have to take a break even if that one comes back down and hit me there. Will be unfortunate, but I'll look for another entry. But we sort will work that range
Stop
into look
filled.
at that. Wow. It's just the nature of the market right now. So that trade made us a little bit of money, I think. And that's not it did not come without a little bit of heat. So man, I only three contracts I made 1400. Everything else is break even. So we're up 1489, and let's just keep working. Let's keep working. I'm looking to re-enter on the long side, but we could see that they're just struggling in this range here. My target is 90, at least target number one out of any long that I get in here. So what I want to see is the market. I'm going to switch gears here. Instead of taking these big range trades, I'm going to start to tighten it up and just only take the um, transitional zone trades, which is typically what we do. But when I get something that looks like this, where it's a captain setup on a 200 NT Rinko, then I'm going to have to look for bigger targets and typically above average stops. Hey, good morning, Safe. How are you, buddy? Hey, Safe. We got a captain setup long on the 200 NT Rinko right now. Yeah, but it's not a. it's a bit on the rough side. Like it's not an easy, like, see that one here, like that should have held and stabilized for higher prices, and they flushed it uh, fairly decently to 609, but it didn't get. I mean, the stop of that rotation would have been 89. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, but I held on to it. I started small, and that's the key. Started small. I actually even added to it right here. Once the market flipped around, they gave me a switch trade right here. So I took that one, sold three of them up here, and I just went break even at that point. I was like, okay, it could be just a weird market today, and they're gonna flush this captain setup. I mean, they do flush them from time to time, but that's highly unlikely. But it does happen. So I took my profit on that one and went break even. 640, 640. Yeah, here we go. If I mean, that'll be a quick switch trade for lower prices if they close this candle right here. So I'm expecting 35 to 30 to show up, which means that I can't take a long in this rotation yet. See, here we go, 35 closer to 30. That's just a classic s- switch trade at the beginning of a new transitional zone. So the market is not ready for that long yet, or that continuation of that captain setup, because ultimately any buys in right here would have a target of 90, but they still have to provide me with a structure that I can go long into. And if they disconnect the 200 from the 100, then that tells me I need to be more patient. 628. So if they break 628, uh, then that puts us in a holding pattern here. They got so close. Wow. Got him. I got him. I got these bastards. Here we go. So break even, and I will see if I can get something bigger going. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that on the entry points. But I hope they don't just come back down and get me. They could do that just as quickly. Oh, you took it for 10 points? I know that was just too easy right there. Now let's figure out a way to stick around. I mean, that's ultimately the goal here. I mean, will be a bit disappointing if they come back and hit me at 46, but I have no risk in this trade. Oh yeah, well, there you go. Come on, baby. Hold. Hold the line. Hold. Let's go. I know they're trying to shake us. I know they are. Like it's almost good to take another one here, but just leave it alone. Let it be. It's gonna go higher. Come on, baby, let's go. You want to do it? I know you want to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Order pending.
Come on, come on. Don't get greedy, George. Don't get greedy. Here we go.
Order
Here we go.
filled.
One more, and then we leave it to that 94 level. Actually, I'll leave it up for a higher price. I have, then I'm gonna move my stop to just below that most recent swing low. Just let it roll. Come back in 15 minutes and see if we can hit that higher target. $650. Huh. That's an interesting price. All right, this is what can I be. Come on, baby, let's go. Let's go, let's go. You know you want it. You know you want it. Yes, you do. Come pick it up, baby. With sugar on top. Oh, yeah, don't do that.
Target
Thank
delivered.
you. And that's how it's done. That's how it's done. So that trade made us close 2,900. So we're up 43.93 for the day, and not a lot of size. To be honest with you, I'm not like I haven't even broken 10 contracts. It just understanding these ranges and understanding my entry and my risk and working in on those ranges. Now, I took a couple of trades. I took a bit of heat on, but it wasn't significant size. And then we shifted. Oh, look at that! It's going to take off. Shifted to taking the transitional zones, and that one was just right there. It was it's too pretty, Right, Sif? That was too pretty. Too pretty. So for that's for today. Let me see what we've done. Let's take periods, daily, and for the month. So today is 43.93, and these are from the beginning of the month. We've been hitting it solid every single day. Now, I mean, obviously, there's some days here that we took heat, took a drawdown, and just kind of worked right through it. So for the month, we're up 148, 554, and we're running about 66% on that. Yeah, I gotta answer that later. Boom. Yeah, thank you, Brian. But that's the power of Captain Setup, man. It's just the power of Captain Setup. I mean, they're not gonna make it easy for you. They're not gonna make it easy for anybody. But it's very important to understand that specific formation on the 200 NT wrinkle. It's extremely powerful. It's a lot of times you see this move couple of hundred points off a Captain Setup. I mean, I could go back and show you some of them, but it just almost all of them give you a bit of movement or a lot of movement, and they rarely do they just go Captain Setup then reverse it, especially on the 200 NT wrinkle. Now, if you go to the 20, yeah, you see some of that, but not on the 200, not as often. Captain Setup is a formation, consolidation breakout formation that is basically. Send me. I'm going to send you my private email or business email. Here you go. And I'll send you the class that I teach on the Captain Setup. Just send me an email there, and I'll send it to you. So this way you have a little bit deeper understanding of what I'm talking about. Here we go. So basically, a minimum of four candle formation. You got one, two, three, four. All of them are just literally stuck in one range, and keep hitting the bottom end of it, which is the 90 multiple times, and not breaking below. And eventually, that structure on the fourth candle is triggering a Captain Setup. And retracements, and that's what I got into, are buyable against that low, and then you're looking for multiple candles in that rotation. So now that's just an example of one. Let's go back and look at others. Here you go. Take a look right here. Captain Setup. And not only, and I made money on that one. That's one of the days that I made over 10 grand. Actually, in that one, I think I made 30 grand. Captain Setup, switch trade, boom. Captain Setup, long. Market responded. But guess what? Look, they dipped it. They dipped it exactly the same way they did this one. I mean, it's almost to the tick. So they have a repetitive behavior. The market has a very repetitive behavior of how they try to trap people. So they put the Captain Setup and they dip into it and they shake everybody out before they blow everybody up, or the price blows up. So one, two, three. Let's see if I can find you more. Look at that beauty. And we're not talking about a 10-point move here. We're talking about 100 point, 100, 200 point moves here. Once this one is in. Let's see, any more, any more, any more. Yeah, here we go. Captain set up long. Not a big one, but guess what happened after that? Market got you in at 56 to 318. I mean, that's a 70-point move. Consolidated, then gave you a bigger move. Okay. And as long as I can go back even further and show you how these trades, how these setups are so significant to price action. Was I looking at the captain setup on the 200, Adam? Yeah, of course I was. I was talking about it. I was trading it. We took a little bit of heat in this little rotation, added here, sold, made money, went break even. Then I said to myself, okay, well, I need to switch a little bit because the way the market is behaving, even on a captain setup, uh, it's these retracements are a little bit severe. So I don't want to end up in too many contracts and the market dips and closes just in case they do that. So I'm going to shift to only looking for the transitional zones and entering there. So it's already a captain setup, and it's already the market is in sync on the 200 and the 100. So now I define my environment. The environment is long. Now I need to look at a behavior. So the initial behavior was any dip. Okay, that worked. The next behavior was I want to look at the transitional zone. That's as far as risk control, it's a better behavior because if I get in here and the market closes under this line, that means I lost this zone right here, and that automatically is a stop. So I don't have to sit through a wider stop to know that I'm not. It's not going to work out for me. So I prefer these type of trades, and that's what I do all the time. But from time to time, I will go and trade a range and look for bigger targets. So anyway, so we made the shift, and then we got what we got, and what we got was market responded very clearly. And what they did here is they trapped a lot of people. I got into long because I recognize where the 200 and the 100 are at, and I recognize that we have a transitional zone building. And then you saw what happened. The market just took off. Took off. So what's next? Hmm. What's next here is as long as we have a 200 and 100 that is in sync on the long side, I'm going to be looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, but I want to get the transitional zone to be in on my side. So I want these type of buildup of momentum Right now, we hit that. mm, I mean, we're basically coming into an area where there's a bit of resistance, which is target number one on the downside. But as we go up to it, it becomes resistance. So we hit that level, and now it's just a function of seeing how they stabilize it. And we're looking at bigger picture too, and we're looking at a picture where you have a transitional zone on the downside here, and we're coming right into it, and that typically will hold the price and offer a bit of resistance. So we'll see how they handle it. You have another spot which is 771. Oh, look at that. Here we go. Boom. All right. All right. All right. All right. If you're on streaming and you're not in the room, couple of things. If these streaming sessions are helping you in any way, you know, do us a favor, share, like, comment, um, help spread the word. I mean, we're trying to build a community here of like-minded traders, and any support you offer us is much appreciated. Adenine, is that how you say it? Adenine. I can't pronounce it here. Mr. Citizen, appreciate you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, it's 11 o'clock. That's pretty much the end of the day for me for the morning session. And a good day. And guess what? We will do this again tomorrow and the day after that, the same exact way. Same exact way. So 7 decisions, and we are up 43.93. And for the people who are on stream, you could go and look at past on our YouTube page. You could see a lot of the sessions that we've done in the past, and you could see the flow of trading and the flow of trading in different market environments. ES, same thing that was applying to NQ is applying to ES, and we saw a couple of things happen. If you're an ES trader, this is going to help you too. So the market switched, gave us a transitional zone, came in, gave us a switch trade right here, moved in a major way, disconnected, reconnected with another switch trade. And that's beautiful, actually. Okay. And ran up and now disconnected, and now it's in consolidation. So what has to happen is we have to rebuild another cloud that is positive. And if we get another transitional zone, then that's an opportunity for me to get back into ES. Right now, what the market is doing is just going through a phase of consolidation. Okay. And in this phase of consolidation, you're going to get pullbacks that looks like it's going to tank, then run ups that looks like it's going to break out, and they will just bring it to the middle of the range without really taking it anywhere. So for me to be involved in the long side on ES, the same behavior that you're seeing right here is what we need to see again. And not necessarily to that extent. I mean, if it would be nice, but this right here is you have a cloud and it shifts and you have a transitional zone and off you go. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. It's a process, right? It's a process. It's just a function of knowing all the steps in the process and just consistently execute on it. And that's what we teach. All right, guys, that's it for me. If you have any questions, let me see here. One thing I can do for you. You want to get into our trading room and just check it out. Here comes the link, and there you go. So I have a link there if you want to sign in to our trading room, and we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. You guys have a blessed day. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and let's make some money. Have a good one.